Muriu, yes. This is certainly a defining moment, but how do you take advantage of the momentum that is continuously slipping away from the members of the National Assembly and the House where you sit?
I would say that it is not, the moment is not slipping away. But let me say, we are not doing the process, but we are properly mandated, both in law and fact, to be able to deal with these issues. But it's also important and honest to mention where the weaknesses are. Now, for example, my colleague there who sits in the Health Committee, they summoned the CS, PS, Health, and the SHA team, and they went to Mombasa. And we expected them to come back having gotten proper answers on this issue of SHA. Sadly, and this is on record, they give it a clean bill of health. Now, they did not ask questions on how the SHA was procured, the value proposition of an account on a computer system where you pay 104 billion. You know, Abdikadio, I think you become numb to numbers in this country. 104 billion is so much money for a system. Over and above that, they never came back to present to Parliament on why you would buy a system at such astronomical figure at 104 billion and then continue paying 5%, 2.5% at every stage of treatment. Clearly, it's like you buy a house at 104 billion, but continue paying rent, and yet you don't have the keys to that house. It does not make sense. So I would say there are weaknesses in terms of the committee, because even the people have been given a responsibility to unearth some of these things before they get to this level, they are failing this country. It's good to put the problem where it is. Of course, the head of all this corrupt syndicate is well known.
Who is it?
It's well known. There's nothing which happened in this country without the finger of the executive.
That's a vague statement.
Yes,
who?
And I want to remain as vague as much as I could.
Yeah, who is the person?
All right. We are not here to drop names, Abdikadir.
And why do you make that
statement? I'm trying to point out the issue is.
You could substantiate.
Remember, the issue about SHA is a Kenya Kwanza driven agenda.
So who are you driving at?
Is a Kenya Kwanza driven agenda.
Who is the head of Kenya Kwanza?
Now, being a Kenya Kwanza driven agenda, you know who is the head of Kenya Kwanza agenda.
Who in your view? Have you forgotten?
You as much as you do know. Abdikadir.
Who is heading the Kenya Kwanza administration?
You are selective amnesia. Why do you want him to blow the wind?
Abdikadir, you know, Abdikadir, we are in what you call a national TV.
Yes.
And sometimes issues need to be given the way they are.
Okay.
For people to digest. Our role is just to blow the whistle, and we have done it. And I've said clearly, this is total thievery of Kenyan funds.
Okay.
The system of 104 billion was not necessary. The intention to give the Kenyan people an affordable health was not the agenda.
Okay.
What the agenda was to make money. And that's why you find that, Abdikadir, the complaint on the ground, even in Gatanga constituency, is not there's no medicine, it's not that there's no doctor. They are saying the system is not working. Which system? The system which was procured at 104 billion. The agenda was purely to make money and continue making money.
Thank you.
And finally, and this is very important, we can make noise here day and night. And even call the CS to the parliament. or even whatever you want to call him, and the PS, and even the CEO of SHA in chief.
Yeah.
But they have no control of that system.
Thank you. On